stay. And I know, yeah, I know I'll see you again. And life sure gets sour, some may say. I know that you're gone, and I'll see, yeah, I'll see you again. But what if this love that we found is gone, ain't coming back? What if this love that we found and I can't find you? No, no. But what if this love that we found is gone, ain't coming back? What if this love that we found and I can't find you? No, no. But what if this love that we found is gone, ain't coming back? What if this love that we found and I can't find you? No, no. But what if this love that we found is gone, ain't coming back? What if this love that we found and I can't find you? No, no.
and how are you? Today starts a program just for you from the Salina Media Connection. People from the Salina community are getting together for a program where they'll be telling stories, dancing, singing, all kinds of fun stuff. And because it is just for you, we're calling it the Kids Connection. It's going to be on every morning at 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. It's about arts, health, wellness, and education. Like I said, lots of fun stuff you'll want to see. Again, it's on Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. The Kids Connection, just for you. Come on, join in. I know you'll have fun.
Hi, welcome back to Rolling Hills Zoo to You. I'm Brenda Gunder, the curator here at Rolling Hills Zoo, and today we're going to talk about capybara. Now, recently we got a new female capybara from just down the road in Sedgwick County, who will be with our male, Mike, as a companion. Capybara are the largest rodents, kind of one of my favorite animals. And right away you're saying they look like a giant guinea pig, and that's exactly what they are. They're a South American rodent, and they are an interesting rodent in the fact that they like to swim and they stay in the water quite a bit. In between their toes are some webbing to help them swim as well as kind of navigate on the bottom of the water. However, they are an herbivore, so they like to eat all the grass and browse and grasses that are in along the river lines and the ponds and so forth. So you can see here we have a nice water feature here for our capybara. Mike has been with us several years. They actually only live between 8 and 10 years, and he is just about 7.5. And then also they aren't a big animal in the fact that they can be on their own. They like to be solitary, but then also they like to hang out in family units. So that's another reason we got our female Azalea to be a companion. We don't plan on breeding the species. We just want to have a companionship and then have them hang out together in the ponds and just for the public to enjoy. Azalea, who has come to us from Sedgwick County, she's about 6 months old right now, and she's going to be about half the size of this guy right here, but she'll grow quickly as rodents do. About anything in the wild, as you think about all the raptors and things that catch rats and rodents around here, they have a lot of predators in South America, and especially for the younger ones. However, here where they're protected, she'll have the run of this pond, and then they can probably see them enjoying themselves along the shoreline. We don't plan on putting them together right away. We're in the process of doing a howdy. So Azalea came to us about March 2nd, and she was in quarantine. Then she moved to this building to kind of start that process of getting comfortable with all the sights and sounds around here, starting to realize there's another capybara here. An interesting thing about Mike is he's a pretty quiet guy, and usually he maneuvers around the staff without making a peep. But now he's kind of started doing a little bit of a bark and a little bit of an alarm call. And I feel that's because he knows he has a partner coming, and so he's starting to get a little protective. However, you can see he's pretty mellow. They have been howdying side by side, and we did have panels up, visual barriers at first, just so Azalea, since she's younger, felt a little more comfortable. Now we have started to take those down. You can kind of see here outside we still have some of that happening. We do have 2 separate spaces, and Azalea will have the larger space starting very soon, and then she will be able to see him and kind of get comfortable and not be afraid, and then we'll watch their behaviors. A lot of times when you get new animals, you're not sure exactly how they'll get along. We do know that the species usually only has 1 male in a group of animals. You can't really house 2 males together. However, since Azalea's our young female, they should get along just fine. Just need to get her comfortable with all the new sights and sounds, since she did come from a family group in Sedgwick. So as she gets more comfortable, we have seen them sitting side by side inside. and kind of talking to each other a little bit. Capybara make a wide range of vocalizations, chirps and chatters, some teeth clicking, squeals, all kinds of different noises if they were pressured or if they were communicating with each other. So we're getting to experience that again with these two and learning and seeing what they do. So far they've been just sitting side by side and a little chirp or a little bark here and there. Nothing aggressive, nothing scary, and with her orienting herself next to him, that's a good sign. And him also doing the same, it's a very good sign that we're making the right progress. And then as we slowly let them out, we will allow them to be nose to nose out here with the mesh. We'll take some of this other visual barrier down until eventually we can open the doors between them and then observe and kind of watch the behavior. In this space, we have a full circle in this building as well as the yards. So if we got them together and then maybe they were a little nervous or some aggression happened, we would be able to separate immediately. And then once we see that goes well for a few days, then they will both be let back out into the pond. So since Azalea is new here, we would give her some time outside first so she can learn all the area without Mike kind of maybe being in her business. And she'll be able to check out the whole area, where she can swim, where she can lay, where she feels comfortable. And then we would have them together, and then hopefully they will just hang out together and be friends. Is kind of the goal when you're wanting just a companion animal. So that's our plan here for these guys, and we hope very soon that you guys can all come back out and see our Cappy and as they're out together. So I want to thank you for coming to watching this Rolling Hills Zoo Zoo to You, and look forward to seeing you guys out here soon.
It's time to get a little bit crazy. Get off your seats and don't be so lazy. Wave your hands and let them go crazy. Tell you what to do to make this dance easy. Wave your hands in the air as you please. Keep on going till I tell you to freeze. Don't even sneeze when I tell you to freeze. Walk around and stay on your feet. Wave at the people that you might meet. Pretend you're walking on down the street. Freeze. Run in place and don't you cheat. Keep on running and don't take a seat. If you get tired and you're feeling the heat, you can't stop until I say the word. Freeze. Hop up and down, but don't fall down. Keep on hopping all around the town. Freeze. Pretend you're an airplane way up in the sky. Make your arms into wings that can fly. Freeze. Pretend you're an elephant with a big trunk. Walk around and move that big old trunk. Freeze. Pretend you're riding a horse named Billy. Gallop around and be real silly. Freeze. Clap your hands to the beat of the music. Keep on clapping as long as there is music. Freeze. 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 Clap your hands to the beat of the music. Freeze. 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 Thanks for doing the crazy freeze with me. I hope you had fun dancing the freeze. Freeze.
So glad you could join us. Keep watching. There's lots more.
Oh, good. Hello, everyone. I am Bella Beaver from the Smoky Hill River. Let's see. I am getting together online with my dear friends, Mr. Great Blue Heron and Bartholomew Bullfrog, to do some group movement. It's time to get these bodies moving. We are all going to share some of the different ways we move and keep active, and I hope you'll join us. Oh, there's Mr. Heron. Oh, Heron is shy, and he doesn't like to talk much, so he uses the chat. Oh, hello, Heron. How are you? Hello? Oh, there's Heron. Oh, greetings to you too, Heron. Oh, it's so nice to see your beaked face. How has the hunting been? Oh, good. Well, excellent. What have you caught lately? Anyone we know? Oh, well, that's good. Oh, I do say I'm glad of that. Oh, snake? Oh, well, I guess, well, good for you. Oh, here is Bartholomew. Bartholomew, are you there? Hello, Bartholomew. Oh, unmute yourself, Bartholomew.
Oh, here I am.
Hi, Bartholomew.
Hi.
Oh,
Hi, Miss Bella. Hi, Mr. Heron. How are you doing?
oh, we're so happy to see you both.
It's so good to see you too. Oh, and are you guys ready to move? I am so excited to show you my moves.
Oh, I'm excited to see your moves. I thought we could demonstrate for our viewers at home and invite them to try the movements out. What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, Heron. People will watch. Oh, Heron, you don't have to worry about anything. Just be your brilliant, graceful self. You have nothing to worry about.
Well, I think it's great. Who goes first?
Oh, well, how about since you're excited? Bartholomew, you go first.
Yes. Okay. As a frog, I bet you know that what my go-to movement is. It's a hop, and I can make short hops and great big long hops. Well, first, let's do the short hops. All right, ready? Hop, 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 hop. Oh, you too. Hop, hop, hop.
Howard.
Oh, good job. Oh, now let's try a long hop. Let's see how far you can jump. Okay. Ah!
Oh, that's really
Did you try too? Let's do it again. Ah! Good job. Oh, and I swim and I do yoga. Here's my yoga pose. Oh, hold it. Oh, hold it. Oh,
Howard.
good job. Oh, and one more thing. I can stand on my head. Okay, let me show
Bartholomew, be careful. Oh, Bartholomew, you be careful. Oh, Bartholomew.
Oh, that one's pretty difficult.
Oh, well, very good, Bartholomew. Now I'll go. Let's see what's first. Oh, let's try the beaver waddle. I like to swing my tail back and forth as I walk. Oh, it really works the hips. Let's try it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Waddle, waddle, tail slap. Waddle, waddle, tail slap. Waddle, waddle, tail slap. Move those tails. Oh, very nice. Oh, and speaking of tails, we should practice our tail slaps. Let's try it. It's going to be up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Oh, very good.
Very nice.
Oh, at last I will show you how I swim. Can you pretend to swim too? Let's swim together. Here we go. Oh, swim, 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 swim. Oh, swim, swim, swim. Oh, well, such good movers. Well, I think this takes us now to Mr. Heron. What would you like to show us today, Heron? Okay, we're ready. Oh, Heron, where did you go? Heron? Oh, there he is. Oh, he's so beautiful. What is he doing, Bartholomew?
Oh,
What is he doing?
He's stalking.
Oh, he's stalking prey. Oh, isn't that lovely? Oh, he's so lovely. Oh, Heron, Francis. Oh, very graceful, but very dangerous. Let's try it. Stalking, stalking. Yeah, everyone try. Stalking, stalking, stalking. Oh, wonderful. What's your next move, Heron? What are you doing? Oh, he's preening.
What is preening?
Oh, preening is when a bird cleans and straightens their feathers.
Oh, but I don't have feathers or fur.
Oh, Bartholomew, we're just pretending. It's fun to pretend. Now go ahead, Heron, show us again. Oh, that must be how you stay so elegant, Mr. Heron. All right, let's all try it. Let's preen, 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 and preen. Did you all try that at home? Give it another try. Preen, preen, and preen. Well, any last movement, Heron? Oh, he's shaking feathers. Oh, let's try it too. All right, shake your feathers, everyone. Woo! Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Oh, that was fun. It got us up and our blood moving. I feel better already. Well, you all at home, I hope you also enjoyed sharing our movement together. If you like, add these movements to your own exercise routine.
Yeah, keep practicing those jumps.
Oh, yes. Well, I guess that's it for now. Until next time, keep moving and shaking.
Bye, thanks for coming. Have a good day.
Farewell. Oh, farewell indeed. Take care, everyone. Goodbye, all. This is Bella Beaver from the Smoky Hill River.
So glad you could join us. Keep watching. There's lots more.
Open Mind Storytime with Enchanted Circle Theater.
Hi there. Welcome to Open Mind Storytime. My name is Melissa Redwin, and I'm a performing and teaching artist with Enchanted Circle Theater. Today I'm so excited to read a book called Her Right Foot by Dave Eggers with art by Sean Harris. I chose this book because it reminds me that we are making history every day. It's ultimately a story about freedom and justice. This book was given to my daughter by her auntie Rachel because I know you'll want to know more about Madam Liberty. Her Right Foot. You have likely heard of a place called France. If you've heard of France, you may have heard of the French. They are the people who live in France. You may have also heard of something called the Statue of Liberty. Did you know that the Statue of Liberty comes from France? This is true. This is a factual book. One day, a Frenchman named Edouard de la Boulaye had an idea. The idea was to celebrate the 100 years the United States of America had been around by giving them a giant sculpture. So he convinced another Frenchman, a Frenchman with an Italian last name, to design the sculpture. This artist's name was Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi. Bartholdi designed the statue. He first made very small models of the sculpture, then larger ones, and finally one that is the one we know, which stands 305 feet above the water. This final full-size version was covered with a thin copper skin. The skin is about as thick as 2 pennies. That is not very thick. Here is a rendering of Bartholdi and his team. He had a team. He did not work alone. He did not like working alone. Constructing the statue's hand. Notice that the hand is bigger than these men. Thus, they made the statue in many parts. These parts were assembled in New York City. No, wait. First, they were assembled in Paris. Did you know this? Ask your friends and even your teachers if they knew that before the Statue of Liberty was assembled in New York, she was first constructed in Paris. Your friends and teachers will be astounded. They will be impressed. They might think you are fibbing, but you are not fibbing. This really happened. The Statue of Liberty stood there, high above Paris, for almost a year in 1884. After they assembled the statue in Paris, they took it apart. But we just put it together, the workers said. Oh, that is absurd, they said. They said all this in French, the language of the French, a people who appreciate the absurd. In 1885, after they took it apart, they put the parts in 214 crates and put these crates on a boat. The boat was called the Isère. The boat traveled over the Atlantic Ocean and made its way to a city called New York, which is in a state also called New York. Hundreds of workers, perhaps 214 of them, took the pieces out of the 214 boxes, then began to rivet the pieces together. Assembling the statue took 17 months. and it all happened on what was then called Bedloe's Island. Bartholdi liked to see the sculpture rise above the harbor. Sometimes he watched the construction from the water. Sometimes he watched it from the land. Usually he was wearing a sturdy black hat, for he, like most European men of the time, favored sturdy black hats. You may have noticed by now that the pictures of the Statue of Liberty in this book have her colored brown. You may have thought the illustrator of this book was not so good at his job, because we all know the Statue of Liberty to be a certain greenish blue. But the Statue of Liberty was made of copper, and copper starts out brown. Then very slowly, when left outside for long periods of time, copper will eventually oxidize. And when it does, it turns this blue-green color. So the Statue of Liberty that everyone in New York saw being constructed was actually brown. The Statue of Liberty, in fact, was brown for about 35 years. The statue turned green around 1920 and has been this color ever since. Perhaps you already knew this? And you may have known that the book the statue is carrying, the one in her left hand, features the date, July 4th, 1776, on which the Declaration of Independence was signed. And you may know that the 7 spikes on her crown represent the 7 seas on earth, and the 7 continents, and the sun's rays too. And you probably know that the torch she carries is a symbol of enlightenment, lighting the path to liberty and freedom. And you might have known that at one point, Thomas Edison, inventor of the light bulb and the record player, once proposed to have a giant record player inside the Statue of Liberty. He did. He wanted the statue to be able to speak. In the end, though, this idea was considered a bit strange and was not pursued. And did you know that the interior of the statue was designed by another Frenchman by the name of Eiffel? That's right, the same Eiffel who, a few years later, would design the Eiffel Tower. And did you know that while the statue was first being constructed in Paris, a bunch of Parisians, mostly writers, they liked to eat, actually dined in the area just below the statue's knee? This too is true. While the statue was rising, Bartholdi set up a lunch 4 stories up to impress and enthrall these French writers who, being difficult to impress and enthrall, were at least mildly amused. But there is one thing that you might not know, and this is the central point to this book, a point the author apologizes for taking so long to get to. The point is that even if you have seen a picture of the Statue of Liberty, or many pictures of the Statue of Liberty, or even hundreds of pictures of the Statue of Liberty, you probably have not seen pictures of her feet. And even if you have seen pictures of her feet, you probably have not seen pictures of the back of her feet, in particular, her right foot. What do you notice when you see this picture? That's right! She is going somewhere. She is on the move. Let's pause here and collect ourselves and think about this. Let's discuss this. Let's think about and discuss the fact that this is the largest sculpture in all the land and the most iconic symbol of the United States of America. Let's talk about the fact that this statue has welcomed millions of visitors and immigrants to the USA. People talk about her unusual headwear. They talk about her gown, which seems a very heavy kind of garment and would likely result in serious lower back issues. They talk about her beautiful torch and the severe look on her face. But no one talks about the fact that she is walking. This 150-foot woman is on the go. Every time we see the Statue of Liberty in pictures, or any time we imagine the Statue of Liberty, we see her standing still, very still, like, well, a statue. But she is moving. She weighs 450,000 pounds and wears a size 879 shoe, and she is moving. How can we all have missed this? Or even if we saw this and noticed this, how is it that we have seen and noticed a 450,000 pound human on her way somewhere and said, just another 150-foot woman walking off a 150-foot pedestal? And most important, where is she going? Is she going to Soho to get a panini? Is she going to the West Village to look for vintage Nico records? No. No. She is facing southwest, so she is facing New Jersey. Could she be going to Trenton? Wait, no, she is facing southeast. So she is not going to New Jersey, but she is going somewhere. But where? Why is she moving? There are certain things we know. We know that around her feet are chains. They are broken chains, implying that she has freed herself from bondage. We know that Bartholdi wanted us to know this. He wanted us to see the chains. People have talked about the chains, but few talk about the foot that is so obviously in mid-stride, about the fact that her entire right leg is in mid-stride. What does this mean? What does this mean that we often forget about this right foot, this right leg? Here is an idea. Here is a theory. Here is a reminder. If the Statue of Liberty is a symbol of freedom, if the Statue of Liberty has welcomed millions of immigrants to the United States, then how can she stand still? Liberty and freedom from oppression are not things you get or grant by standing around like some kind of statue. No, these are things that require action, courage, an unwillingness to rest. The Statue of Liberty was not built to welcome just 1,886 immigrants from Italy on one certain Sunday in, say, 1886. No, she was built to welcome 3,000 immigrants from Poland the next day. The next day, 5,000 Norwegians. After that, 10,000 Glaswegians, then Cambodians, then Estonians, Somalis, Nepalis, Syrians, Liberians. It never ends. It cannot end. After all, the Statue of Liberty is an immigrant too. And this is why she's moving. This is why she's striding in welcoming the poor, the tired, the struggling to breathe free. She is not content to wait. She must meet them in the sea. I hope you've enjoyed her right foot. I know it's given me a lot to think about. This has been Open Mind Story Time. It's been a pleasure to be with you today. And until next week, take good care and keep reading.
tapping up beats with my rhythm stick. I love to hear the sound of the click, click, click. I can play slow and I can play quick. I love to hear the sound of the click, click, click. 5 slow stick clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, that was great. I'm tapping a beat with my rhythm stick. I love to hear the sound of the click, click, click. I can play slow and I can play quick. I love to hear the sound of the click, click, click. 10 quick stick clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, that was really good. Now we're gonna go a little faster. I'm tapping a beat with my rhythm stick. I love to hear the sound of the click, click, click. I can play slow and I can play quick. I love to hear the sound of the click, click, click. 5 slow stick clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, that was great. I'm tapping a beat with my rhythm stick. I love to hear the sound of the click, click, click. I can play slow and I can play quick. I love to hear the sound of the click, click, click. 10 quick stick clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, that was great. Let's try it one more time. Go faster. I'm tapping a beat with my rhythm stick. I love to hear the sound of the click, click, click. I can play slow and I can play quick. I love to hear the sound of the click, click, click. 5 slow stick clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, that was really good. I'm tapping a beat with my rhythm stick. I love to hear the sound of the click, click, click. I can play slow and I can play quick. I love to hear the sound of the click, click, click. 10 quick stick clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, that was great. Sing along. I'm tapping a beat with my rhythm stick. I love to hear the sound of the click, click, click. I can play slow and I can play quick. I love to hear the sound of the click, click, click.
On this one. If you could eat one thing every day for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Salad.
Salad! What kind of salad do you like?
Salad. With ranch.
With ranch. It is really good. I agree. Okay, let's.
Hey, hope you're having fun. Up next, we have some more arts and crafts with Ashley Weaver.
All right, so one of the last things we're going to do is called pour paint.
Yep.
So what we have here, these girls have 4 colors.
Darkest to lightest. So I have navy blue, light magenta, gold, and white. Roz, what color do you have? Gold and pink. Rose gold, blue, ruby red, and this color, gold.
And so we did a little trial run at the house, and just kind of example of what it'll look like. It takes a few days to dry.
Yes, it takes like 2 or 3. Can I do it now? It depends on how much paint you add.
Okay, so yeah. Here, bring it over here, sweetie.
First, we're going to start with the darkest color, which I wanted navy blue. So we're going to put the navy blue in until it fills the bottom up.
And you know, with a cup about this size and a canvas about that size, thinking maybe about half full of paint.
Yes.
Should get you good coverage.
And that's how it should look on the bottom. And then let's put in this light. Put in this pinky. Oh wow, this is like hot pink. I never did the red. Oh wait. No.
Oh, that one wasn't open. You want me to get it?
I got it. Mom, I need pink.
This one?
I didn't do the pink.
Okay.
Mine is gonna look really nice. Mine's gonna look brilliant. Now I'm gonna add the white, my last color, but not the least.
Go ahead and fill that as full as you can, sweetie.
Should I do the colors over?
I think if you just get to that one line, you'll be okay. I do have some white over here if you need it.
I have white here.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm just gonna
How are you looking?
do one of these.
Let me give you some white.
And then once it gets to the half point, once it gets to the half point and
Not
your
yet.
colors are all done, you can just kind of do it again until it's on to the half point where you don't need it.
And then a technique that I saw, you're going to want to take like a popsicle stick.
Or whatever kind of stick you have.
And Roz, what you want to do is kind of cut through the paint to give it a nice mix. You don't want to stir it. You just kind of want to
Mix it.
cut through it.
But
So,
then you can only see your bottom color.
and then go ahead and set that popsicle stick on the paper.
And then what you're going to do is...
Are you ready, Roz?
Yeah, I'm ready to pour it.
I think Roz is ready to pour. There's a few techniques. I think this one's just going to pour it.
Can I pour it?
Me and her are going to do the, yeah.
Okay.
So you take it and you flip it and you kind of spread it around. Look how pretty that's looking. Oh, we forgot to put the gloves on, but that's okay.
Yes. Art is messy. And if you want, you could put on gloves. We just wanted to be creative. Whoa, mine's turning pink.
Oh, pretty.
Oh, wow.
So that kind of gives you an idea of what they're going to look like. Now, it does take a few days to dry,
Yes, like 2 or 3.
but you can get all kinds of different looks with the colors. I've also
look at mine.
also techniques with if you spray a little WD-40 in it, it gives it kind of an oil paint look. But that is how you do pour paint.
Yes.
All right, so next we are going to show you how to make some candy sushi. So I've got this tray of Rice Krispie treats.
And we have stamps on it.
And I've got this wooden rod. So you pretty much, you roll it out flat and you're going to roll it. And you want to kind of form it. And Rice Krispies is real good for forming.
Yeah, we have this.
And then I'm going to cut it here.
So does it matter where you cut it?
Well, you want to make sure that it kind of wraps all the way around.
Okay,
So you get a nice kind of round around the rod. That was a good question, hon. And then I'm going to take this.
A pizza cutter, but if you don't have a pizza cutter, you can use a knife.
Mm-hmm. And even a butter knife would work.
Yes. Mommy?
Yeah, honey. Just hold it for me, sweetie. You get it ready, okay?
I got it. Then we can get these ready.
And whenever, whenever we did this, we kind of have an assembly line going. And then we'll go ahead and get that first step done.
And my official mummy. Okay, those are right there.
So once I get these cut, Fiona, I might hand you some of those fondants to start getting them with the fondant on the bottom.
Okay.
And I'm going to let Rosie just hold on to that fruit by the foot.
And don't forget, you will need fondant, or else the fruit that we're going to put in the middle is going to sink out and it will get really messy. We don't want it to be messy. This is our table. It was so nice before we meted it.
So there's some of these for you.
And you're going to want your fondants in a circle, so you can wrap them around the sushi base. And then Mom's gonna tell me when to hand her.
Well, how about you go ahead and put them on the bottoms and then place them back on there, okay?
Should I do it on the top and then flip it over?
Yeah. Perfect.
And then you're also going to want to make sure that it is secure. Now time to put some blueberries.
And then, yeah, Rosie, once sister gets the fondant bases on there, you can start putting the blueberries in.
And make sure that it's full, but make sure that you don't squish any blueberries. Mama, I did it.
Good job.
I put the blueberries in. Very good. Wait, maybe this one on now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it doesn't have to be perfect when you wrap it.
Yeah, because Rice Krispies is pretty moldable, and so is the fondant.
Yes. Yep, it's so yummy, and the judge will like it.
We might have a couple candy sushi judges when we're done with this.
Yes. Yep. Some of the producers, maybe the audience.
Okay. So after they've got the blueberries in, we're going to wrap it with this fruit by the foot.
Fruity food.
And we've tried it before with just the fruit roll-up, and it works real nice. Just the fruit by the foot's a lot nicer to work with because it's by the foot, and the roll-ups can kind of stick together. And then another method we've used is using honey to kind of get the ends to stick, but we got a lot of sugar here, so it's sticking pretty good.
Yes, because
Where's the blueberry, sweetie?
the blueberries are over
Here, let me see that one.
Get it full already. The judge is ready. The judge is very hungry. Okay. He's waiting, Mommy.
I think that one needs another blueberry, sweetie.
Yes, Daddy.
And I'll help you with some of this fondant too, if you need me to.
No, not yet.
Okay.
You don't really need honey because the Rice Krispie is sticky because there's melted marshmallow. Why are you eating a blueberry? Keep that funny word in. 5 more minutes. Oh, you have 5 more minutes. Hurry. Three. 1, 2, 3.
I think we, okay. So we're just about done here. And
3.
So, what we'll do is put these,
You are coming.
and then
One movie, a 4, a 6, a 7, 8, and 6.
okay.
And then it's okay if you have leftover fondant. You could eat it at the end if you need to. Yep.
So this is just kind of showing you what candy sushi looks like,
Yes.
and we'll be trying it after this. So
Yes. Yep. And the judge will like it. And they taste really good. If you don't like sushi, prank your mom and dad.
all right, thank you.
I like to dance, I like to dance. It makes me happy, it makes me happy. I can dance up high, I can dance up high. I can dance down low, I can dance down low. Dance my feet around, turn myself around. I like to dance. And then I stop and freeze. I like to wiggle, I like to wiggle. It makes me happy, it makes me happy. I can wiggle up high, I can wiggle up high. I can wiggle down low, I can wiggle down low. Wiggle all around and turn myself around. I like to wiggle. And then I stop and freeze. I like to clap my hands, I like to clap my hands. It makes me happy, it makes me happy. I can clap 'em up high, I can clap 'em up high. I can clap myself around, I like to clap my hands. And then I stop and freeze. I like to stomp my feet. I like to stomp my feet. It makes me happy. It makes me happy. I can stomp them real loud. I can stomp them real loud. I can stomp them real soft. I can stomp them real soft. I can stomp them anywhere. Turn myself around. I like to stomp my feet. And then I stop and freeze. I like to sleep. I like to sleep. It makes me happy. It makes me happy. I can sleep in a chair. I can sleep in a chair. I can sleep on the floor. I can sleep on the floor. I can sleep anywhere, even when I snore. I like to sleep. But then my alarm clock rings. Oh, my alarm clock rings. You know what I like to do when I get up? I like to dance. I like to dance. When I wake up, when I wake up, I stretch my arms up high. I stretch my arms up high. And then I wiggle my toes. Then I wiggle my toes. I get up and I dance and move all around. I like to dance. And then my dad says stop.
Hey, stop dancing around and get ready for school.
Thank you for watching Kids Connection. Make sure to watch it next time.
Hello and welcome to Strictly Salina at the Salina Media Connection. Today we're participating by Zoom. We have Robert Jenkins with us from out east of town. And Robert, I'm glad you could join us today. I understand there's lots happening out there at Rolling Hill Zoo, that you are open and you are ready for visitors.
Yeah, we opened about a month ago, etc. And attendance has been very good, stable, very good. I think people were missing the zoo. We were closed for over 2 months due to the pandemic, but we're back open and the entire zoo is open now, along with the museum and other aspects like that. And we have our dinosaur exhibit up and ready for everybody to come and enjoy.
Oh, tell us about the dinosaur exhibit.
Well, the dinosaur exhibit is basically animatronic dinosaurs. They're really for that 5-year-old in every one of us that wishes we could see a live dinosaur.
Yeah.
So to speak. You don't see them anymore unless you look at chickens and birds, but basically it's to show you what they look like,